Drink it in, man.
Deep left side carry on. Picks on the block. At the 5. At the 2. At the 1 to the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit Lions.
Drink it in, man.
Get up, Stafford throws. It is end zone. Caught! Oh, baby, what a catch! Kenny Galladay, you're a freak! What a catch! Touchdown, Detroit Lions!
Cornbread! I love the Lions! Say it with me! I love the Lions!
Drink it in, man.
Detroit Koolaid drinkers, what's going on? It is Friday. We had a fun show on Wednesday talking Detroit Lions. I mean, if you missed it, we talked about that Titans game. We had to blow that up. We talked about Grifka's thoughts on some GM candidates. He had the Oak Creek mock draft mixed in. We had some draft music, which is always classic. We had to fire up Grifka and get Grifka to fire up the people. Actually, a positive take at the end of the show, get everybody fired up. So we're here on a Friday. This is normally where Grifka riles me up with some ridiculous question from Lions 24/7 or something he knows I'm going to rant and rave about. But maybe today we'll talk some football. He asked me some good thought out questions. We'll pump up the Lions. We'll serve up that Detroit Kool-Aid. I mean, you know how we do. Everybody grab a glass, put it forward, and let me serve it up for you so you can do this.
Drink it in, man.
Grifka, it's Friday, your favorite day of the week. I mean, people be hearing this on Christmas. We're recording early, obviously. I mean, gosh, I got to record with Grifka twice a week. I'm not going to do it on holidays, too. But this is going to be coming out on Christmas. I hope everybody had a great Christmas. I'm sure Grifka's Christmas, and his day so far is doing good. But other than that, I mean, it's still a Friday. He's still got to hit the acronym. I'm sure he's going to have a weather report. And like I say, I hope everybody opens some gifts around family while being safe. There's no reason to jump the gun, people. We're almost out of this thing. Hang tight for another few months. We should be good. But speaking of good, Grifka, how you doing on this Friday?
Like you mentioned, it's Friday, it's Christmas, and I get to open gifts today with my family. It's cold outside, so it's a perfect day to stay inside, listen to our podcast, hang out with a couple family members, have a nice meal, and as always, Merry Christmas and TGIF. Thank God it's Friday.
Grifka, if it's chilly outside and you're going to stay inside with family and eat a meal and maybe listen to the podcast, what's a meal you might suggest for the people?
Well, if it was just a normal day, I'd be chili. But it's Christmas, so don't be eating chili on Christmas, man. Come on, man. This isn't Denny's.
Oh man, that's a perfect retort because your double chili has been a funny bit on the show, but like you said, nobody's eating chili on Christmas. Have a ham, have a good family meal with people. Don't be going and having a big chili pot on Christmas. That's just wrong. That's like people dipping fries in their Frosties or putting ranch on everything. I mean, all this ridiculous stuff people do. Grifka, you're doing good. The weather's cold outside. It's Christmas Day. I mean, what do you got for me here on a Friday? I mean, let's stir this up. Let's entertain the people. Let's talk some Lions football, see what we can do here.
As always, man, it's Christmas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw you some Lions players' names, and you tell me what they're hoping they open underneath the Christmas tree. Okay?
Oh, boy. This is a Grifka classic, everybody. The old Christmas themed. He's going to throw that at me. I'll see what I can do here. I mean, let's do this.
First one. DeAndre Swift. What is he opening Christmas morning?
Oh, man. DeAndre Swift, DeAndre Swizzle Sticks, all the different names I already got for this guy. Grifka, this guy is a ball player. I mean, not only is he great on the field, he's just tremendous during the post-game interviews. The way that he answers questions, very, very concise. He's not going for any of the shenanigans by these ridiculous reporters. I got a real beef. I haven't put this out there, but we've talked about the slouch here on the show. He tried to yell at me one time on Twitter, and I just fired back at him. But the fact that the slouch asks his questions in ultra slow-mo, Grifka, it goes a little something like this. Hey, Grifka, how are you today? I wondered how you're... I mean, what is the guy doing? Is he trying to get more time, or is he just that slow in general? I don't know what his issue is, but the way that DeAndre Swift just shuts down his garbage and the DB and all the other reporters is tremendous. So, gosh, I don't know, man. Like, Swift for Christmas. I mean, Grifka, you know what he wants under the tree? Swizzle wants a brand new football because he wants the football. Get this guy the rock, man. Get him a brand new, NFL football, not the old cheap, not the old Grifka bargain bin, the old $9.99 clearance model. Get him that NFL ball, runs you about $1.20. Got the NFL shield, and let's get that football in Swizzle's hands on Christmas, any other day of the week, because this guy can make plays, whether you run it to him, whether you throw it to him. He needs the football more. He needs to be a feature coming into next year. Him, TJ Hawkinson, and there's only a couple players on the offense that I got faith in at this point, not knowing who's coming back. So let's get Swizzle a brand new football, and maybe let's get him multiple footballs and put that under his tree. How about that?
Okay, I can live with that. Nice big basket full of footballs for him. Okay, next guy. What is Jelani Tavai looking for underneath the Christmas tree?
Is this a real question, Grifka? Really? You going to ask me about Jelani Tavai here on the show?
Oh, yes. I'm hoping you say something like super shoes for making faster, anything to, make him faster.
Grifka, you know what Jelani Tavai needs under his tree? Do you know?
No, I'm sure you're going to tell me, though.
Grifka, Jelani Tavai needs a premium account for LinkedIn. You want to know why? Because Jelani Tavai is going to have to be looking elsewhere for work, because this guy can't play football, not only for the Detroit Lions, but for anybody. I mean, this guy might need to go to LinkedIn, get the old resume shined up. I mean, you might want to put your app in at the old bowling alley, because you're I mean, not only are you, how do I say this nicely? You ain't that great. You're not good at all. I can't believe we took you in the high second round. I can't believe I came on the show and tried to vouch for you. You can't run. You can't tackle. You can't play. Jelani Tavai, you are this for Bob Quinn.
It was a bad decision. Period, point blank. It was one of the dumbest decisions I ever made.
Jelani Tavai, go to your computer, sign in with your user and password to your new LinkedIn premium account, put up your resume, put on your best profile picture, maybe even get connected with those people that are those recruiters, whoever can help you find new work, because football is not cut out for you. You're not good at it. You're never going to be good at it. I mean, time to look for a new occupation, buddy.
Okay. What is Frank Ragnow looking for underneath the tree?
I mean, again, this is coming out on Christmas. People will be listening to this around the holidays. It hasn't been too long. I mean, right now, Frank Ragnow is hoping that you get him a big old bag of throat lozenges. I think he wants one of those. What is that? The Robitussin, the one that you bite into that actually has the goo that comes out of it. Those are always pretty tasty. Or maybe when you got the sore throat, sometimes my grandpa would always go to the Werther's Original, the old butterscotch candy. That's always tasty. I mean, I think he wants something like that right about now with that throat issue he's got going on. I mean, pretty rough there.
Yeah, he definitely wants something to make it feel better. So I think he's going to have to go into the refrigerator or freezer and get himself like a chocolate milkshake, just to soothe that thing right there. But okay, next one. What is the outlaw Jesse James looking for?
I mean, we've said multiple times on this show that he already got a mask a few years ago, and it was the ski mask, because the outlaw has been robbing us blind since the day that he signed on the dotted line with the Detroit Lions. Remember me and you doing a show trying to figure out how he got $6 to $7 million and trying to just, hey, that's what tight ends go for. Little did we know he can't run, he can't block, he can't do anything productive. He looks like a slug on the football field. I mean, This guy's a waste of space on the roster. He's a $7 million waste of space the past couple of years. So, gosh, I don't know what Jesse James wants now. I mean, he's got his ski mask. He's got his huge paychecks. What else could the guy want? I mean, maybe some talent? Could we get him some ability? I mean, that would be nice. I mean, because this guy he doesn't have anything else. I mean, the whole time in Detroit, I mean, the guy's been this.
No, that's felonious. It's felonious.
Exactly, Rashid. That's what I think he's been. Absolute embarrassment here to the team. I mean, gosh almighty, Grifka, let's just get this guy and Jelani Tavai. Let's get them gone ASAP. I mean, this is how Mr. T feels about these guys, Grifka. Seriously.
I pity myself that I gotta be with these fools.
I agree. Like the fact that these guys are on our roster, I pity them. I pity the fans. This is ridiculous. Like, let's get them gone. I mean, this is craziness. Let's get him some talent under the tree, or like I said, maybe he can shine the lanes, and Tavai can hand out the shoes. I mean, that's pretty much where we're at. Get both these guys at the local bowling alley, please. Off my team.
Last one. Trey Flowers. What's Trey Flowers looking for underneath the tree?
Oh man, Trey Flowers. Like, I know a lot of people, they don't see the splash plays from Flowers. They see the big contract. They're kind of down on him. He's been hurt again, which is unfortunate. But, I mean, gosh, Trey Flowers. I mean, what do you get, Trey Flowers? Let me think about this for a moment. I mean, I think this guy, he wants some W's. That would be nice to get Trey Flowers. He'd like a new arm, because I think he's had his arm in a cast for a while. We could get a good arm. He's had the shoulder issues. That would be nice. You know what I think Trey Flowers wants, though, Griff? I mean, he's a good old-fashioned country boy, kind of a quiet, humble guy. You know what I think he'd like?
What's that?
A good old country delicatessen like this.
Cornbread!
I think we could get Trey Flowers some cornbread.
Cornbread!
And we could feed it to him. We could say, hey, Trey, this is some Detroit Koolaid cornbread.
Cornbread!
With the side of that Detroit Kool-Aid.
Drink it in, man.
Drink it in, eat it up, and come into next year like a physical beast, a captain, a leader on this team. And play some nasty football, help us get some W's. So, Trey Flowers, we're going to make a special hot, crackling, batch for you.
Cornbread! Cornbread! Cornbread!
That's what I think he needs. Just a little bit of that optimism, a little of that Detroit Kool-Aid to get himself rolling in 2021. Big year for Trey Flowers coming up.
Okay. Let's move on to something else. We got the Buccaneers coming into town on Saturday. We all know Tom Brady. And everybody's, knows the story, taken in the 6th round. All these other guys like Spurgeon Wynn were taken in front of him, if anybody remembers Spurgeon Wynn. And,
nope.
Obviously one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, signs with Tampa Bay. My question is, you always hear things like, oh, what if? Derek, I want to know what you think about this. Would Tom Brady be what he is today if the Lions would have ended up taking him in the 6th round or 5th round? Could you see him kind of being in the same spot? Would the Lions be in a totally different spot right now if Tom Brady was on this team at some point?
Griff, you often get me riled up on a Friday. You often bring up articles from Lions 24/7 or some of these other bogus claims that you hear. I don't know what websites and stuff you're checking, but I often have to do this to you on a Friday, and that's ask you a simple question. Grifka, is this a real question right now? Are you asking me about Tom Brady on the Detroit Lions? Is that where we're going here on a Friday, really?
Yes, it is Friday.
Okay, well, I'm glad we are, because I got some thoughts on this. And this goes out to you, Grifka, and all those people that want to consistently go on the old Twitter machine, go on social media and say, oh, man, if they played for the Lions, they wouldn't be that good. Oh, he's Lions good. Oh, he would never be able to make those type of plays if he played for the Lions. Grifka, can we get all that garbage to get out of here? Because Tom Brady is freaking Tom Brady. And the reason he's been so incredible isn't because he went to the New England Patriots, isn't because Bill Belichick is over there with his grumpy face and his sweatshirt that came out of the bottom of the laundry every week. The reason he's so good is because Tom Brady has that winner mentality. He has a sense that he's not going to let you outwork him. He's not going to let you beat him. He's not going to allow things to go on like the Detroit Lions will let go on, or this ho-hum attitude. He's going to scream at you in practice. He's going to get the best out of his football players, and he's going to elevate everybody around him. So no, if Tom Brady goes at pick 199 or that's where he went. So wherever the Lions were picking in any of those 6 rounds before that, if he goes to the Detroit Lions, he does the exact same thing. He comes in humble, he works hard, he gets his chance, and then he does what he does, which is come in there, throw BBs all over the football field, make no names into good football players, wins ball games. He's got a key to the city in Detroit, and he'd be a legend here as well, just like he would have been in any city, because as I tried to tell you last year and is coming true with Tua Tagovailoa, it's not always about like all these stats you put up, or every week I tell you somebody's good. Oh, what's his stats? What's he going to put up stats-wise? Does he win? Does he help you win ball games? Tom Brady has done that from day one. Tua is doing that. You think he's like 5-2, doesn't put up these crazy numbers, but he finds a way to win, whether it's running, passing, getting scrubs to play better, getting his stars to elevate their play and be stars. That's what these guys do, and that's what the Detroit Lions need to find, is not who's the next Tom Brady, because I don't think there'll be another Tom Brady, but find a guy that, if he doesn't wow you with his height, weight, speed, maybe he doesn't throw the ball 80 yards on a fly, but man, that ball is where it needs to be. It's accurate. It's on time. He's able to make great decisions. He's got quiet feet in the pocket, stand there and throw the football around, run when he has to. If you can find a guy like that, that's what the Lions need. They need a winner, and especially at the quarterback position. And it's not a big knock on Matt Stafford, not saying he's not a winner, but he hasn't won here. He hasn't really been able to ultimately elevate some people. Has he made a few people better? Yes. But if Tom Brady would have came to the Lions, he would have quickly worked his way into the starting lineup. He would have continued to win and be an absolute stud, because that's who Tom Brady is. That's who he's been. And like I say, he's just that good of a quarterback when it comes to decision making, throwing the football, elevating people around him, and leading. And it's not always that quiet leadership. Brady will get in your face. He will yell at a coach. He will tell you when stuff is unacceptable. And that's why he's won and been so consistent at the highest level, because that's what the guy does. He would have done it in Detroit, Tampa, New England, LA, Chargers, wherever he would have landed, he would have been a ball player, because that's who he is. So there you go.
So what you're trying to tell me is, if Tom Brady would have come to Detroit, you would even believe in them even more?
Grifka, you know myself as well as Benny Blades. We BLEAV in the Lions, just like you can hear the Believe in Lions podcast every Thursday with myself and Benny Blades talking Detroit Lions. I mean, Benny Blades has the Lions undefeated this season in his predictions. He never's going to pick against the Lions. He's never going to say barely a bad thing about the Lions, even when their defense is Swiss cheese and is horrible. I mean, yeah, I BLEAV all day, and I definitely would if number 12 was back there wearing that Honolulu blue and silver the past 15 plus years. Heck yeah, I BLEAV.
Right, Benny has him undefeated, but he also has him winning by like 2 in 8. And
that's what he does. he sometimes he doesn't throw a score out. When he does, there's a score that makes no sense. That's what Benny Blades does. He's a legend. What can I say?
So let's do this. Let's take a quick break here really quick. Talk about Believe in podcast, and we'll come back and finish up on Tampa Bay.
Hold on. Grifka, I would normally give you a pass because you'd say, oh, man, Grifka, he normally doesn't throw to breaks or he doesn't, promote stuff on the show. Whenever you promote your Twitter, you get it right, which is what? Where can people find you if they wanted to see the 3 tweets you put out this year that were worth a damn?
Oh, they can find me at Grifka DKC.
Grifka, you always get the phone number right, which is we try to encourage people to call in, leave us something funny. I mean, again, one of the classic callers of the show. You know who he is. He's Conrad from Huntsville.
Hey now, it's your boy Conrad down here in Huntsville, Alabama.
I mean, you know who he is. He's a classic guy on the show.
Roll Tide, baby.
So you always get that number right. What's the number people could call in if they want to entertain us like Conrad did there?
Oh, that's 989-272-3484. 989-272 Kevin Smith, Herman Moore.
So there you go. You got that right. Let me give you a little Grifka bell for both of those. So you get that right. But I'm beating you up on the way to the break because this is consistent with you, Grifka. You don't ever get the name of the show right, whether it's this show or the other podcast. Every time you come on here with your solo, you say welcome to the Detroit Koolaid, which makes me laugh and infuriates me at the same time because that's not the name of the show. Second of all, every time you promote my Believe in Lions show, you call it something random. It's not the Believe in podcast. It's not Believe. It's not my Lions show with Benny Blades. It's BLEAV and Lions on the Believe Podcasting Network with Benny Blades, featuring Benny Blades, the one and only. I mean, I'm just on there steering the ship. I mean, can we work on the names of our podcast, Grifka? You've been on here for about 2.5 years. You still don't know the name. You don't promote Benny Blades, right? I mean, he's going to earhole you when I let you on that show. I'm going to tell him you don't know his name. You make fun of him every week. I mean, we got to get this fixed before I can let you on with Benny Blades.
Benny knows who I am, man. We did the hand you down at Party on Brush Street, so
he doesn't
knows
know
who I am.
you. You're another lackey Miami fan. I mean, Lions fan, and trying to pretend like you're from, I mean, I don't know, the U. I mean, gosh, Benny Blades goes for the cheap sound bits, and now you're trying to do it. You're trying to tell me it's all about that you with you and Benny Blades. It's all about the you. It's all about the you. Okay, Grifka, we got to go to break, but can you do it right? Can you say, hey, everybody, we're going to go to break. We need you to listen to the BLEAV and Lions podcast with Oakley, who doesn't matter, and the one and only Lions legendary safety, Benny Blades. Can you do that? At least get the show right. That would be a first step.
Okay, I'll do my best. Okay, we're going to take a little break here so you can hear a little soundbite, a little ad for Derek's other podcast that he does with Lions great Benny Blades. That is the Believe in Lions podcast. That's the BLEAV podcast.
No, it's not the BLEAV podcast. Believe in Lions. Grifka, you got to believe. How spell that BLEAV? I mean,
having trouble believing in your podcast, man.
we got. I don't BLEAV in your promo skills or you knowing the names of our shows that we've been doing for 2 years here. Grifka, you got me all fired up going into break. I'm hot now. I'm out of breath. Everybody, listen to this quick ad about BLEAV and Lions with myself and Benny Blades, and when we come back, we're talking Lions here on the Detroit Koolaid Cast, or as Grifka says, the Detroit Koolaid. Everybody, we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm going to whisper some things to you now about Crunch chocolate bars, because apparently this whispering thing is a thing that makes you feel things. It's saying something crunchy is coming in the candy wrapper language. Imagine your tongue hiking up those crispy, rocky ridges. Now, drum roll, please.
Wow, that's good. Crunchy, munchy chocolate doesn't whisper.
Turn up the fun with Crunch.
What's going on, everybody? This is your host, Derek Oakley of the Detroit Koolaid Cast, and this is normally where I tell you about some of our great sponsors. But today, I want to tell you about my other Lions podcast. It's called Believe in Lions, and that's spelled BLEAV on the Believe Podcasting Network with both myself and Lions legendary safety Benny Blades. Yeah, you know who he is, the hard-hitting safety Benny Blades. Played for the Lions. He also played for the U. You know what it is, the University of Miami, those Miami Hurricanes. He mentions it multiple times on the show. Benny loves to talk about his Hurricanes, his Lions, and I love to play this soundbite on the show. We have a ton of fun on that show. We laugh, we joke, we talk Lions. Like I said, he brings up the Hurricanes. I talk about my Michigan Wolverines. It's a really fun show. Benny loves the Lions. He tells great stories from his playing days, as well as we're just rooting on this team. We BLEAV in the Lions. So please go ahead, find it on your favorite podcast platform. Hit that subscribe button and check it out. Share it with a friend. We really appreciate it. So check out Believe. BLEAV and Lions with myself and Benny Blades. Thank you guys so much. Detroit Kool-Aid drinkers, we are back from the break. Thank you so much for listening to, what's the name of the show, Grifka?
And it's the Detroit Koolaid Cast.
The Detroit Koolaid Cast. See, you did it right. But that time I wanted you to do it wrong and call it Welcome to the Detroit Koolaid, everybody.
Oh, that's my solo, man. Everybody, like I said, man.
You let me down in reverse.
Oh, okay. Messing everything up. Hey, people, welcome back to the Detroit Koolaid. This is Griff and Derek coming at you here on Christmas morning.
Oh, man. How great are the Grifka solo shows, everybody? Hit me up on Twitter and let me know, because they're so bad, they're good. Grifka doesn't even know how funny he is that I just laugh so hard at his shows when he does them solo. It's just tremendous. That and the Grifka radio voice that just comes out of nowhere and makes me laugh. Grifka, what else we got on this show? Try to make me laugh. Try to talk some Lions. What else we got?
Oh, we just got to preview the Bucs for game for Saturday. But my question to you is, which throwback uniform do you like more? Do you like the old Tampa Bay creamsicle with the Buccaneer on the side of the helmet, or do you like the Detroit Lions one they wear on Thanksgiving every once in a while, the old one with just the silver helmet and that blue with the silver number on? Which one do you prefer? Which one do you think is a better throwback uniform?
Oh, Grifka, I hate to do this to you. I really do, but it's appropriate right now.
Know your role and shut your mouth, because the people's champ is ready to talk.
Grifka, you're asking me what throwback I like better, the creamsicles or the throwback that I come on the show week after week, year after year, and talk about it's the best throwback in the game. I don't know why we don't wear it on Turkey Day and on other games. I mean, this is a straight-up duh Grifka type question.
It's like duh. It's like duh. It's like duh.
Grifka, silver helmets, plain blue jerseys with the block numbers, the dark blue rather than this wimpy Honolulu, just weak sauce blue that we got going. That's compliments of Rod Wood, I'm sure. Go back to the old throwbacks back in the early 2000s, maybe the throwbacks that, I don't know, Benny Blades wore back when he was wearing that 36 and that dark blue, that gray. I had people trying to tell me online, Grifka, that people like the Smurf blue football pants that the Detroit Lions keep wearing with their white jerseys, their blue. I mean, does anybody like this aqua blue that we're wearing these days, or do you like the old school nasty dark royal blue with the Lions throwbacks that are probably the best jersey in all of sports? And it's because we don't need a logo on the helmet. We don't need anything fancy on the sleeves. We don't need anything unique with the jersey. It's just straight up plain gray, plain dark royal blue, plain gray numbers, plain gray pants, plain blue socks. That's the best throwback in the game. So don't try to come on here and tell me you love the creamsicles, you like the Buccaneer hiking the ball on the helmet. Don't give me that here on a Friday, Grifka, heading into the holidays. Don't do this to me right now.
Well, you know what, Derek? It drives me freaking bonkers. Exactly. But I'm going to have to agree with you on that. It's got to be the Lions throwback.
Thank you.
It's simply the coolest one in the world.
I thought for sure you were going to go on a big rant how much you love these. And like I said, the creamsicles aren't horrible, but don't put them with the Lions throwbacks ever.
Oh, yeah, the creamsicles are sweet, but the Lions throwback, that, like you said, it's so classic that it looks so badass. So, yeah, right there. I'm right there with you. Definitely.
There you go.
Okay. It's Saturday. The Lions got a Saturday game at 1 o'clock, and you know who's excited to see this besides me and you?
Who's that?
According to the promo, Kay Adams. She's all hyped about it. So whatever Kay Adams is hyped about, I got to be hyped about. I just want to let you guys know that. So
hold on, Grifka. This is a side tangent. Hey, Kay Adams, this is for you. Grifka, Kay Adams is becoming a bigger fail in my book every day that I see her on Good Morning Football. Like, I know you have these trite reasons why you like her. You always say something about she's Polish and she likes football. I don't know what your reasons are for why you think she's so incredible. She becomes more annoying every week because she tries to be the fantasy football expert. Nope. She tries to look like the cute hot chick that rolled out of bed and threw her hair up in some disgusting bun with her sweatshirt on. The problem is, she did just roll out of bed. She did just throw her hair up in a bun. She does wear these nasty, horrible NFL sweatshirts. yet you're on TV. You're a TV star. How about you actually, I don't know, use a comb and actually look decent like the rest of the people usually do on the show? And then, like I say, she's trying to be the Elaine Grifka on the Seinfeld of Good Morning Football, where you got the other guys all goofing around. She's the Elaine character. She couldn't hold a candle to Elaine. Elaine is hot. Elaine is funny. Elaine always fit in. Kay Adams, you'll never be a Tori Petrie. That's first and foremost. You're losing credibility with me every week. And as cool as you try to be and as cutesy sports chick as you try to be, it's not working for me at all. So, Grifka, I know you try to get your little Kay Adams shout-outs in. I've been waiting to knock that down for a while. There you go, people. I'm off the Kay Adams bandwagon. She's going to have to win me back. I'm really done at this point. So, there you go, Grifka. There's a hot take for everybody. On the anti-Kay Adams love, she's just been frustrating me more and more every day when I turn on GMFB.
Okay. Did you get that out? Feel better?
I do feel better. I'm annoyed that you got no retort. You're not backing up your girl. Like you act like she's the greatest thing since sliced white bread, and she's just some, wannabe out there. I mean, come on now.
No, much like the OJs, I'm going to keep this love train going. So once again, it's a 1:00 game. NFL Network. If you don't have NFL Network, sorry to hear it. It sucks, but still.
You know what?
So
I'm
I'll be
sorry
watching
to
the game
hear
Saturday.
is that Grifka doesn't back up his girl. He got nothing to say after I just obliterated. That was a smack off quality rant that I just had on your girl Kay Adams, and you just going right back to the Tampa Bay Bucs. Okay, I see you got no backup for Kay Adams. What do we got to talk about Tampa Bay, Grifka? Since I just eviscerated Kay Adams here on the show.
Well, yeah, at some point it just ain't worth it trying to change somebody's mind that's mind's already made up. So I mean. I ain't gonna talk to a wall. I mean, why would I do that? Anyways,
because it's entertaining, Grifka. We're trying to entertain the people, and you love Kay Adams, and I just blew her up. I just freaking took her for a ride and dropped her off at the corner, and you just left her there. That's okay though. What do we got Tampa Bay wise?
I'll come back and pick her up later. I know where she at. It's fine.
She's not riding anywhere with you, Grifka. I mean, come on now. We all know this.
Yeah, like she gonna be in a car with you. So okay. Anyway.
I don't want her in the car. I just kicked her out of the car, like I told you, and let Tori Petrie in. So there you go. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, Tori in the car with you either, man. Let's face it. Not go there. We all know you're gonna be hanging out with somebody like, what was it like? Aqib Talib calling the game, saying "Wow" or whatever his catchphrase was during that Lions game, where he'd be like saying it all the time.
Talib is legendary on the broadcast booth. He's the best guy on broadcasting since Rod Allen. I mean, this guy brings the heat. He makes me laugh. He's got great takes. I mean, gosh, don't be coming in here trying to hate on Aqib Talib or my guy Rod Allen from the Sport We Shall Not Speak of. Woo! Grifka, you want to talk Bucs or what? I mean, come on, you're wasting my time with all this other stuff you're bringing up here.
If this game goes off because of COVID and lines don't shut down and everything, we're gonna do this. I had a lot of fun doing this last week. It's gonna be prop bet week again. How many yards Tom Brady throwing for?
Well, if you're doing prop bets, I got to have something to go up or under, over, or what are we doing? You just want me to make it up?
325.
Oh, over. Come on, man. This guy's going for 350, 375. I mean, it's going to be a field day for Tom Brady here in this game. The only way he doesn't get it is he might be couched out on the sideline here early. I mean, this is going to be, what, Jameis Winston roasted us last year for 5 touchdowns and a bunch of yards or whatever it was. I mean, the greatest of all time is going to just make the Lions look silly in this ball game.
Okay. How about Mike Evans? 8 catches.
Mike Evans go under 8 catches. He gets hurt every other play like Tayshaun Prince or like, these other guys out there that are just made of paper mache. So he'll make a few plays, might score a touchdown, make a couple big plays. Maybe that's what he does, but he'll be hurt probably 3 times. The over under is probably 3 injuries in the game for Mike Evans. I like the football player, but he's always hurt. He's always in and out of the ball game. So he's not going to get 8 catches, but he might get 4 for 125 and 2 tutties.
Okay. Matt Prater, 4 field goals.
No, Matt Prater isn't hitting 4 field goals. I mean, not only is he probably not taking 4 field goals, there's no way he's making 4 field goals, because if he took 4, he'd probably make 1 or 2 at this point, the way he's been accuracy this year. I hate to say it. I know Matt Prater's your boy, and we love him in the city of Detroit until you start missing field goals. Now we got no time for you, Matt Prater, so he's not making 4 field goals. He's not taking 4 field goals. If he took 4 field goals, he'd probably be at about 50%, because that's what he's doing. Unless they're 50-yarders, then he'd make them all.
Okay. Romeo Okwara, 1.5 sacks.
I mean, no, you're not going to – Tom Brady gets the ball out in about, 0.5 seconds or whatever his average is, under 2 seconds. So Romeo is not going to be able to get there. Romeo continues to produce. I think you said on a few shows ago with Logan Lammer and he's all right. He's okay. And I had to tell you, he's been good for 2 out of his 3 years. He's having a career year. Since then, all he's done is probably have, 4 or 5 more sacks, a couple strip fumbles, helped us win a game or 2 here or there. So good football player, playing really good, probably wants that big contract, but he's not going to get after Tom Brady. There ain't no way.
Okay. Jelani Tavai, 5 replays of whoever he's guarding running away from him.
Right when you said Jelani Tavai, I was going to say under, just ignore the question, but yeah, 5 replays of him getting burnt. That's over all day. I mean, you're probably going to see a couple times where he gets velcroed to an offensive tackle. That's his other good move, where he just runs into a tackle and stands there while the guy just holds him in place for 5 to 10 seconds at a time.
That cracks me up. He just like, it's like a magnet. Off the flame. Run at the tackle and just stand next to him.
His nickname is 3M. All those sticky things you get at like Office Depot. It's either the sticky Velcro or the ultra, double-sided tape. That's what Jelani Tavai is, man. He's freaking 3M these days. But yeah, he's gonna be highlighted on at least 6 to 8 plays where he's either getting roasted or just dogged in the rush game or the run game or any other type of game here on the football field. Jelani Tavai, go get on LinkedIn like I told you last on Wednesday's show. Get that resume polished up, man, because you're not going to be on this team next year. You cannot play. Horrible. Gosh, he's horrible.
Last one. TJ Hawkinson, 7 catches.
I mean, the guy needs to get 7 catches. And again, say his name with a little respect. Grifka, the Pro Bowler, the starting Pro Bowl tight end, TJ Hawkinson. I'm going over 7 because we're limited at weapons. The guy only catches, 3 or 4 balls a game, yet he still puts up yards, still found the end zone a decent amount, hasn't found the end zone or a ton of big plays recently. So yeah, let's get him the football, 10 to 12 times. He'll catch 7 to 10 of those. He'll drop 2, which he's also known to do this year. He'll hit him right in the hands, and he'll go to the ground like your boy E-Drop back in the day. He ain't that bad at drops, but still had some really bad drops this year for Mr. Hawkinson. But yeah, give me up over 7 catches. I'd love to see the guy get 10 catches for over 100 yards and find the end zone. Come on, man.
Okay, let's do this. What's your final score on this game? We'll get out of here. Last thing, give me a final score.
Grifka, I hate to do it because I'm always on here trying to be positive. Now I've just turned into trying to entertain and make the people laugh because it's hard for me to do this.
Drink it in, man.
It really is. I mean, you're playing horrible defense. The offense is spotty, decent at best. I just see this game as being another beatdown. I see it being like, we've given up 40 4 times, I believe. I see it being another 40 burger being put up on us, probably, 48 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, scoring both in the run and pass game, and the Lions putting up, their pedestrian, 20. I'll give them 28 just because, maybe they're inside and the Tampa Bay maybe sort of somewhat hangs it up at third quarter-ish, so maybe they get to 28 and have some nice plays by Stafford, Hawkinson, Marv, Swizzle, but it's going to be 48-28, man. Another just bad game, bad showing from that defense, and everything kind of follows that after, it's going to be tough to watch, people. I'm sorry to say it.
Yeah, that's a beat down. Going 48. I'm going to go a little Benny Blades-esque for you. I'm not going to give you a score. I'm going to say Tampa Bay by 19.
And that's when I have to say, Benny, how they gonna beat them by 19? Let me know. What's that gonna be? 3 touchdowns, a couple of safeties? I mean, what are we doing here? Like, how's this math work out? I don't know. But that's gonna be it. Lions are gonna win somehow, though. What? I thought I thought they're gonna. No, Lions are gonna win. I BLEAV. So, yeah, that's usually how our show goes down. But, Grifka, this is you again, like, sort of poking fun at Mr. Blades. Like, am I going to have to report to him that, hey, remember that guy I said, Grifka, my buddy that wants to come on the show? He's a big fan. He wants to ask some questions, wants to, do a fun podcast with you. Do I have to report back to Mr. Blades, number 36, the legendary safety, that you're using his catchphrases, you're kind of poking fun at him? I mean, you said that you could probably run a crossing route right past him and he'd never catch you or make the tackle. Should I let him know that or what?
I didn't say that, but I did hear you saying that you'd be able to throw all over him all day.
Yeah, I still stand by it.
Like,
Benny Blades laughed at me. It's like he has no idea the cannon I have for an arm. I just throw it right up over the top of Benny Blades. I mean, I think he's lost a step or 5. I didn't say could he tackle, could he still defend the run. I said could he deal with me back in the pocket throwing BBs, and he laughed at me like I have some noodle arm or something. So yeah, I'm still offended by that because I would lace it over Benny Blades, but if I was throwing to Grifka, I mean, yeah, he'd have a chance at that point.
Okay. So, do I actually have to come up for a score with 19 points, or are we good with that?
No, you did the Benny Blades. We give the no score and the random victory. I don't mind that. I mean, Benny Blades might be a little offended when I let him know, but we'll see how that goes. So, I mean, there's only one thing left to do here on the show, Grifsky, Waffle Maker, at Grifka DKC on Twitter, and that's simply this. Grifka, this is a very important question. This is something I want you to think long and hard about. I want you to decide. If you have anything else, just extraordinary, stupendous, tremendous, mind-blowing, just impressive, or just something that's going to blow the people's mind. Grifka, do you have anything else for the people?
Nope.
Everybody drink that Detroit Kool-Aid. Drink it in.
Drink it in, man.
It's been another hard show because the Lions will be playing that first game on Saturday. You know, it's going to be a tough one against Tampa Bay. They got weapons all over the place. They also can run it. But like I say, enjoy the Lions. We only got 2 more of these left. Keep your ears on the GM, the head coach search, as well as once they sign them up and once we see where we're picking in the draft, and once this thing gets rolling towards the draft, and once our new GM nails the draft, we're going to be rolling into 21 and 22 and the future years with a new Detroit Lions team. You're going to need a hot plate of that cornbread and a big tall glass of that Detroit Kool-Aid.
Drink it in, man.
So everybody, hang in there with this team. Another tough year, no doubt about it. We try our best to entertain you here on the show. We appreciate everybody listening. For myself and for Grifka and for the Detroit Koolaid Cast, everybody have a great Christmas, a great holiday weekend. Heading into the new year, thank goodness it's going to be 2021. The vaccine is out. We're getting through this thing. Everybody take care. Have a great one. We'll catch you next week right here on the Detroit Koolaid Cast. Take care, everybody. We're out.
Pack the bag, start the plane. This game is over. It is over. What a comeback by the Lions.
Drink it in.